Jump in the box, sports cards fans. Welcome back to another episode of Batter Up with Brett and John. Welcome back, John. What is happening, brother?
Oh man, Brett, welcome back indeed. Um, got a lot of things to talk about tonight and got a lot of things to talk about in general. But many of the viewers are probably wondering what in the heck happened last night. I was about 5 minutes before the live stream and I discovered I had a leaky hose spigot outside and it was causing water to come into my basement. I went to go grab sleeves for our typical box battle in my card opening area. As you can see, I'm in a different place tonight. And sure enough, there was water. It freaked me out. I said, Brett, I'm going to have to cancel. We're going to have to put this on ice. I've got to address this right now. I need to know where the water's coming from, and I have to fix this right now. I can't wait. And luckily, it got fixed. It's dry now. I think I know exactly where the leak was coming from. I'm going to fix it. I can isolate the hose right now. I turned the water off and I'll get the parts and we'll be on our way. So better late than never. Sorry for the long opening there. I'm doing great. By the way, today is the 1 year anniversary. I probably delayed it on purpose, right? Today is the 1 year anniversary of ERB Sports. We started making videos on my channel with like 2 subscribers a year ago. And we're not even to 500 subscribers yet. So we've got a long way to go. We're almost to 250 videos and we're going to keep rolling right along. Opening product. We're going to talk sports. We're going to talk IndyCar. Now that the IndyCar season's up and going, we're going to talk basketball. We got the playoffs going. And again, sorry for the long opening. Anyway, Brett, we got a lot of topics. We got about 25 people here so far. Thanks again, everybody. I'm going to kick it over to you, Brett. What's our first topic?
Heck yeah, man. Let's talk some product. Let's start with Topps Dynasty. Hit the website this week. Top 825 a box. Did you see any box openings?
I did not see any box openings live. I haven't checked any out yet. I looked at the checklist. That's a long checklist. I know all the cards are numbered like 5 or 10 or less, so that's pretty meaty. And I think it's one on-card auto with one on-card auto patch card per box. But man, I think you'd be ticked if you pulled like you said, a Corbin Burns auto when you paid $825 for it. That would
I mean,
be pretty.
I spent some time. I watched some breaks, just recaps of breaks going back. Those breaks only take 5 minutes to do anyway, so they're easy to watch. The recaps, and my God, there's some huge cards you could pull. You know, the equivalent of the logo man, the MLB tag of some of them are amazing. But for 825 a box plus tax, there people are nuts. People are nuts. That's not a problem
Right.
for me. I
It,
like my nickel and dime. We're gonna
that
box battle again.
Yeah, definitely. That's a gambler's product all the way. That is a product if you really want to gamble on it, you buy into a team break, pick your team or random, probably random because it's gonna be a hell of a lot cheaper. You know, going in, it's a lottery ticket. It's a high price for a lottery ticket too. I don't know what I'd rather do. Spend $825 on that or go to a casino and spend $825.
Yeah, you can go almost buy a Julio SSP for the 825 in tax,
Yeah,
other than buying
definitely.
the box. You know what I mean? Like so, I think it's crazy. But I
Yeah,
wanted to kick off the high end stuff.
I definitely I like the way the product looks. It's always a good opening every year. It's just not for the average collector. It's a breaker's product all the way.
Yeah, it's a high roller. But the
Buy the
next one I want to get
tools.
into is I don't think we've talked since the super boxes because it's been 2 weeks since we've done the show. You went on vacay. The super boxes of Series 1, 2023 Series 1. I opened 3 and then I liked them so much. I ordered 6 more and did those yesterday. And I actually really like those, and here's why. They're very affordable.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the pins are cool. The
Yep.
oversized cards are pretty cool. That little foil boards, the 5 cards in there, pretty cool. And then the 1 card. But if you are a grinder, that is a free roll product. Um,
Yeah.
I don't grind. I don't grind like you used to. But if you are a grinder on eBay, you could have ordered 10 of those,
Yep.
20 of them, 50. You name your number. You literally could open those all free because just get on eBay and start looking at oversized card prices. The pins, I love the pins are selling for $10 a piece, 5 to 10.
Yeah.
Um,
And a short checklist too.
Short checklist, and it was a free roll um, to open for $35. They were on Target. They're sold out now, but those are the kind of products that I like. Like these are not free rolls by any means,
Oh yeah.
but it gives you a grinder's chance to get most of your money back. It's a good product and it's cheaper. Those are the
Yep.
kind of products that I like. But
I
anyway, I enjoy those.
I went to Meyer on Thursday night and I saw 10 of them sitting there. They were $39.99, which probably is still a good price.
Not too
I
bad.
just hadn't bought any of them, and I was all in on like Stadium Club Chrome at that point, and I had bought 4 hobby boxes from my LCS for 125 a piece. Like I've been trying to sell, and I'd worked my card account back up to a pretty good spot, and so it's like, okay, I can splurge on 4 hobby boxes and open a couple, save a couple. So look for those videos coming out this week. No spoilers, but yeah, that is a product that I wish maybe I would have bought a little bit. It seems like it's a very fun product, but I wondered though, when the fear I had was that once Target sold them and once I found 10 of them on the shelf at Meyer, there would be a dilution factor that would sort of come into play, and then the prices would sort of tank. And that's what I was concerned about, is being a little late to the game. And I was like, I don't know that I want to go too heavy on that product. It's a very fun product, but didn't know if I wanted to go too heavy, if at all, since it was already about a month or two past the first time we've seen them.
Yeah, you gotta really be able to put in the work pretty quick because sooner or later those pins and they'll start dropping. But I thought overall it was a cool product, and I even one of the videos that I did yesterday on Saturday, they could make those things like from good and fun to absolute fire. One,
Yeah,
you start throwing a auto chances on those oversized cards, that would be sick. Parallels on those oversized cards, parallels on the pin. Imagine if you had the opportunity to pull a gold 101 pin. How cool! I personally think that'd be pretty amazing. Or a red, or like the normal parallels of pins.
that's a
And
it's a good point. One of the things that you think about on that product, imagine if they make that product for not only Series 1 but for Series 2 and update, and it's sort of a continuous staple going forward, like that. And hopefully they wouldn't ruin it, but that could be a very worthwhile retail product to purchase. If you're going to water down blasters to have almost no chance to hit anything, at least in that, like, there's something special there that you can't get anywhere else. And so that makes it worthwhile, especially they put 3 special things in there: the giant card, the pin, and then the 5 foil boards. So they gave you 3 chances to hit something pretty good overall. And I think that was definitely a good move on their part, because if they didn't have that in retail this year, retail for Series 1 was just god awful. And yeah, I don't know about you, but I haven't seen a lot of retail on the shelves, but I have a feeling there is a lot yet to come.
no, I went out last week, and I was looking for the next topics. Top Stadium Club Chrome came out, hobby, and then the retail followed, and I was looking for some of that. And I saw some Series One, surprisingly not as much as you would think, but man, I'm loving Stadium Club Chrome. I know Peds. I don't think he was liking it too much, but but
Yeah,
I just feel for 24.99 for the blasters. The
Yeah,
hits are about 1 in 3 boxes, but the X Fractors just separate it from hobby, in my opinion. Those X Fractors are awesome.
yeah, no, I think it's a great point about the price point too. When you think about where Topps retail has been, right? It's 28 cards and it's 4 packs, but there's 7 per pack. You get the one X Fractor per pack. 28 cards and it's $25. So it's less than $1 per card. When they did Chrome this year, it was, I think, 32 cards and it was $35. When they did Chrome last year, it was 32 cards and $29. So they're trying to, it seems to me like that price point of less, about 80 cents a card would be palatable to the market. And the one thing that I really liked about it is borderless cards forced them to have good quality control. They could not get away with the crap that they did for regular Chrome and Chrome Update. I think borderless cards, I don't know that they'll do it for all of them, but when they come out with borderless cards, to me, they have to nail quality control because they would look so bad if you cut the sheet and the card right next to it. I don't know how they separate the sheets in those versus the ones with borders. Maybe it's the same, maybe it's different. But in general, the borderless card forces them to have good quality control. And that is a positive. That's a win for everybody. And I really was impressed. I know there's, people probably have bad boxes from, time to time. Sure, fine. But overall, I was pretty impressed that the quality control was very elevated on that product versus the other Chrome products we've seen in retail this year. Now, I will say the Gildeds and the Ben Baller and the, I'm probably forgetting some, but those other ones that Logo Fractor, sorry about that, they were definitely better and they were closer in Stadium Club Chrome than from those products, in my opinion. But yeah, and going back to PEDs. So you and I have a group chat with Nick PEDs. I'd open 3 blasters and I hit some pretty good cards. You were opening a case and you'd hit some pretty good cards. He meant to buy a box to full story of how that bad video came to be. He meant to buy a box from his LCS and he apparently had a green Bobby Witt Jr. auto redemption in it. And he didn't buy the box. I don't know why, but he didn't buy the box. So it was like souring upon souring upon souring. And then he opened his boxes and it was like 20 boxes of very lukewarm average product. And I think it was spiraling to a very bad place because I got lucky, you got lucky, and he missed out on that green auto redemption that it was like either, I don't know what the story was on that, but it was like that should have been his box, but it wasn't. And it was just a multitude of things that led to that very bad video. But he'll be back. He'll be back better than ever. And overall, I think he's good. He's good, and we always enjoy having him on.
Yeah, man, the story of the cards, but man, Stadium Club Chrome, the Beeb team, amazing. The pictures, and again, to get the X Fractors, I forgot what I really do think those jumbo. What I always forget what they call the Topps Chrome big boxes, the retail that you get the X Fractors in.
You mean in regular Chrome? Just the mega box?
Yeah,
you could call it the
mega box. The mega box. Those were, I think, 50 or 60 bucks this year. So to get 5 X Fractors of regular Chrome, you're paying 50 or 60 bucks. And to get 8 of them, you're paying 50 bucks in this product. So, and I know you can't really compare those two because they're not. I'd rather have the Chrome Wander X Fractor than the Stadium Club. But if you look at the prices, the Stadium Club X Fractor right now is selling double of what the Chrome one is raw. Now it's new. I get that too. It's going to go down, but man, it's a good product. I like it. I got another case sitting here that came from Fanatics. I'm going to end up opening about 150 total boxes.
Oof.
And it's just like the 2022 rookie class. It's awesome. And we'll see.
And I think that's a fair point that it's still the 2022 rookie class. It's everything combined. It's a 400 card checklist. So it's a little bigger than what we'd like to see. We'd love it if it was 200 cards with that rookie class. It'd be like update. That would be like the Chrome update we wanted. But, no rookie debuts, sure. But the images are so cool on some of the cards. I really wish to some extent they would have done a better job with like Mike Trout and Wander. Did a great job with Bobby Witt. They did a great job with J-Rod. They did a great job with some of the other rookies where you have some of the close-up shots and just the kind of like general good photography about it. But the Trout and the Wander look kind of not the greatest photo. But
Yeah, the Trout's pretty weak, really weak,
yeah,
probably the weakest one.
it is. There's too much going on in the background, and he kind of gets lost in the photo. So yeah, I think that even in a big card wouldn't be very, like an up close image of his face or something or batting would have been pretty cool. They always have him shaking hands with Otani. That seems like a good image.
Yeah, dude, both of those on the card is how can you go wrong there? But and
Yeah,
then the next thing on the front of the cards coming out, we got Bowman, 2023 Bowman coming out. What's your thoughts? Any thoughts at
yeah.
all?
So I don't know how many people in your chat caught this, but Topps put up the odds on their website about 2 weeks ago. And so you go where you normally see, like when you're clicking on boxes and collectibles, and you see odds in addition to the checklist. It doesn't happen for every product, but some products it does. And I went there out of curiosity. I was like, okay, I'm curious. I've got a few Bowman blasters from 2021 on hand, and I've got some from 2022, of course. And I started looking at the odds, and I was like, wow, Sky Blue is now 1 in 206 packs. What was it in 2021? It was 1 in 144. And last year it was 1 in 178. So it keeps going up and up and up. My estimate, and I should make a video about this before Stryker gets 50,000 views on his video. Don't give anybody any hints. But yeah, if I ran the odds right now, they printed about 15% more than last year across the board.
I pre-ordered some of the jumbos on Topps website, 2 of them. I tell you what, if blasters are $34.99 this year, I don't think I'm going to buy them. I mean, you're paying $34.99 for
I
maybe
agree.
one hit, if you get them.
It won't even be that
Um,
much. I should run the numbers. I probably should make that video. Given the fact that we can all go look at the odds, they've got all the odds. So for every single SKU that they're going to make, they're already listed. They've got the retail boxes, the fat packs, the mega boxes, the hobby, the jumbo, the HTA boxes, the blaster box, everything is on there. So you can look at all of it in 2023 Bowman baseball and pretty much do the math. And I'll be able to tell you how many blaster boxes they made. It's probably a lot. It's probably close to like $500,000 to $1 million, if not more. Maybe I bet it's probably 500,000, maybe up to 700,000. That's my gut. So it's a lot.
Bald Meanies, he asked the question: are you worried about Bowman being watered down or overproduced like Series One? Yeah, yes, and one thing you got to realize too is Bowman's always been one of the more produced products, but within that product, there's always been lots of hits when you open. I mean, I used to go buy out. I can remember in 2018 going to Target on a Monday and buying
Mm-hmm.
out a display, and every fat pack and every blaster having either an autograph or a numbered card in it. Seriously, every one. Those days are over.
Yeah.
Because there's so many products, and you got the rookies, you got the veterans, you got the prospects, the chromes, the paper,
Yeah.
but they're making way more of it now, and it is concerning. And to really, when you're throwing in thousands of dollars, like again, guys, you got to put it in perspective. There's different levels. I'm coming at from my viewpoint, and my viewpoint isn't everybody's. Going in to buy a blaster for $34.99 isn't that big a deal.
It's
But if you're going like me and buying 100, it's a horrible investment to spend $3,500 on a product that is watered down. You know?
I agree. I would say that the days of, and I think Topps is sort of trying to deter that from what what they did with Series 1. The days of people trying to buy 100 units of something to try and, either flip the product or open it all and make a profit, those days are kind of over. Stadium Club Chrome was sort of an outlier because the checklist is loaded, and I think that makes a difference. There will be great products that come out. We all know that, especially the ones that are Topps online exclusives. You can almost bank on those having limited print runs. But the retail products like a Bowman, the other thing we haven't talked about, in the Bowman cards this year, the border goes all the way around the card. It's a 4-bordered card looking similar to what we had in like 2020 Bowman. That is concerning to me because they can get away with poorer quality control on the chrome stock than they had. And I think that is something we just have to wait and see. I think it's a perfect singles product. Do what you did in Series 1. Go to the Chicago Sports Spectacular and just go try to hunt the bins and try to get what you can, and kind of go from there. I don't think I want to touch that at all. And I touched a lot of Bowman retail
breaks.
in the last couple years.
Getting some breaks. I used to get in Bowman breaks all the time, and that's where you really start getting the hits and the jumbos. But it's a different breed coming out, and I don't think I'm going to put as much money into Bowman. And like, I want to open a bunch of megas because I've always found lots of value in the megas too. But the megas are having less and less hits as well. And for $50,
yeah,
it's
$44.99, $49.99. That's a tough price point, especially when you're only really looking at 10 cards. Logo Fractor was a different product. That was a special checklist with 110 players. And Bowman only has, I think, 150 prospects. So, yeah, it's a limited checklist. But I don't know. I'd rather have the Logo Fractor if I'm chasing 10 cards for $50 originally. Now, you look at that product now, like you can't even touch a box for like $200. I mean, we should have been calling the MLB store like every hour for and get every single friend of ours to go call them and say, how many cases do you want? Like 100? And they'd be like, yeah, 100.
There may never be a product like that. We're going to be talking.
Amazing.
We're going to be talking in a few years. Going. I mean, I'm still pulling out O'Neal Cruzes and Hunter Greens, and it's crazy. But I don't know. Also, another thing that with Bowman coming up, I'm not as excited about the new wave of prospects. I guarantee you, there's going to be somebody that's good that comes in with hype, but right now, 2022, I can go back and open all this stuff, and there's dudes coming in the league already. It's crazy how different it is in my perspective this year.
No doubt. I mean, you look at the top 100. There's a lot of guys from 2022 Bowman that are already in the top 25, and guys are on the cusp of the majors. Like, it's going to happen for Ellie eventually. It's going to happen for Churio eventually. Curtis Mead. I'm probably forgetting some guys. Some guys it's already happened for. Lenyon Sosa was a first Bowman last year. He's going into the league now. You had Oswaldo Cabrera, same thing. There's guys. And then there's guys like Brian Acuna, who's 17 years old, same age as my son. That'll be a few years. But yeah, that is a great product because the guys are so close. They're gonna get there eventually. But
you gotta like Bowman every year.
Oh yeah, Chris Bowman's 11 in the top 100. That's a lot for one rookie. I think
we talked about this a lot last year too. Every time we talked about Bowman, we were like, pick up some Bowman, hold it, open it, because there's so many. I forgot if it was like 66 or 68 first Bowmans in that. I don't remember a Bowman ever having that many first prospects in a product that you could pull and hold. I don't know how many are in this year, but I bet you it's like mid 30s, maybe 40 at the most.
Year. It was I think it was 87 or 88 last year, and most all of them were hitters because they had like 5 pitchers. And the 2021 class, I forget how many were in here, but it was like 30 total, and like 20 of them were pitchers.
Oh, crap. Oh, I'm back. got a notification and fat fingered the notification. But man, it's such a good product, man. It just Bowman 2023. And I actually saw somebody put up, I forgot who it was, but they put up a preview video. I kind of turned it on, but I was busy. I want to go back and watch that all the way. But we got a lot of people in here. About 60's been in here. A lot of questions. What do you, KC says, what do you think about UK edition?
I
I
want to
actually
talk
think it's
about
pretty
that.
awesome.
I want to
Yeah, go
talk
ahead.
about that. So we all are baseball fans in here. At least opening baseball is kind of our forte. Guys, did you realize that Stryker could move the market by 25% by just making one video about UK edition? Did you guys realize that? You probably already knew that. How do you feel about that? He makes a video, talks about this secret product. The very next day, I'm no kidding. I was sharing messages with Peds and Brett. Probably should have also included you, Casey, Josh. But that product was $99.77, and the very next day it was $125. The only thing that changed was Stryker made one video. That was it.
And people went and bought the crap out of it.
People
I thought about
bought the
buying
absolute
some.
crap out of it, or Blowout watched the video and said, "We're going to raise the price because people are going to buy the absolute crap out of it."
Yeah, I'm getting so salty with these hobby shops and especially these guys who have all this wax. Um, it's crazy, man. I mean, yeah, that's we could complain about it, but that's a capitalist society where the market goes up and down, and you can price your stuff, and if it sells, it sells.
You know,
But
Stryker needs a card next year in big. He did, yeah. So I was saying the same thing. Can't remember who I said it to, but when he came up with those 5 influencers, I mean, I don't know. Stryker moving the baseball card market by 25% after making one video. That to me is an influencer. How he wasn't in that, I don't know. Like, he wasn't even, I don't even think he was trying to pump it, other than it was like, hey, I think this is a good checklist. It's 220 cards. It's everybody that we love. It's basically Stadium Club Chrome checklist cut in half, and it had an easy chance of parallels. So yeah, I don't know. That's seems like a no-brainer. Like, it was like Holiday, right? Holiday 100 cards. It was a $25 price point if you got it at the right place. Easy to pull SSPs, easy to pull SPs. SPs were one per box pretty much. And it was kind of like that. And we just all slept on that product. But in all fairness, Topps Fanatics, I should say Topps Fanatics. They've been flooding the market with so many different products. All of these things came out at the exact same time. It's whack-a-mole. We can't go after every single one. Our wallets aren't deep enough. So, yeah.
yeah, that is for sure. um, I like all. I mean, there are very few products that I say that I like absolutely like do not like. I like most products, even some that a lot of people hate. Um, but it just can't buy all of them. You just can't. And I that UK stuff looks great. The Japan stuff looks great. Stu's been sending me pictures of the J Rod. Like, it's a cool one of those parallels in the Japan edition are just look amazing. I think it's a good buy. It's just like, how much money can you keep throwing at certain stuff, And I
Yeah.
kind of have my formula of what I buy, what I've stuck to, what I know. My bulk buyer likes what I buy because usually in the long term, those guys you can go pull. Like, I'm going to use this, just throwing this out there. Topps Holiday. You buy Topps Holiday, even a Wander short print or J Rod short print isn't worth a ton. But if you have a parallel sitting around of J Rod or Wander and Chrome,
Mm-hmm.
that it's worth some it's worth some money. So in the long run, every year people are looking for it. So That's why I like products like these. You know, like when
Yeah.
people go, when a player goes off, let's say Alec Thomas just goes nuts. They're going to go look for this, and they're going to go look for Topps Chrome. Those are the
Hmm.
first two they look for, and that's why I like this kind of stuff. I like the chat we got going in here.
I
People
see
are talking
Peds
about
on
Jack.
this. Peds,
Peds is in here.
you missed the part about your video the other day. I was defending your position of having a little bit of a bad opening there, because I know our group chat kind of led to that day, kind of like sort of spiraling down to that place. But I said you're gonna make up for it next video. Video after that, it's gonna be even better. So it's all good, man. Yeah, Brett, going back to what you said, I think it's important to know what the market, whether you ask the market what they want or whether you have that sort of intuition. I think it's important to know what the market wants relative to how many different Chrome releases they had, right? So if you look at like two different products and you say, what would people rather have? Would they rather have gilded or the Chrome logo fractor? Well, both are short printed about the same. One has numbered cards, one has less numbered cards. Gilded, I think almost every card was numbered, but they really, there wasn't much difference between the way the cards looked. And then Logo Fractor had like 2 numbered cards, maybe 3 numbered cards per box. So it was easy to hit numbered cards. And overall, I think, both of them you can't go wrong with. But in general, just having that intuition of like which product's going to be more popular. To me, the Major League Baseball logo separated that one just because it was like you put a Major League Baseball logo like, in a pattern over the top of the card. And it's like they got that mirror finish. That's just so cool. To me, I don't know, that beats gilded every day.
Yeah, man. I remember looking at eBay and somebody had put a picture on. I'm like, oh my God, these cards are amazing. And then you hit me up with the odds in the car, and I'm like, this is full send mode. Like that's um it's like I think after doing this and selling a bunch, you kind of get an idea what people like. It's hard to predict. Um, in terms of what the product's going to be like when you open it, the hit rate. But like Stadium Club Chrome, the minute I saw it this year, I'm like, man, this looks amazing. I'm like, people are going to love this. Um,
Well, it's just
you can get a pretty good idea, you know.
yeah, even though the hit rate's a little hard, but I would say looking at it though, what would I rather have? Because let's go back to 2 products that came out around the exact same time. And again, they're about the same price point, more or less. You've got retail Stadium Club Chrome with good quality control, with a differentiated looking card, 400 card checklist, and then you've got Sonic Fractor that came out almost exactly the same time, like within a month of each other. Sonic Fractor is now sagging down to like $65 a box, $60 a box, probably even lower than that in some places. It's the bad quality control that we saw versus the good quality control and a better aesthetically looking card. What would you rather have? I'd rather have the Stadium Club Chrome every day of the week. No doubt.
Me too.
I'd even rather have that than the Sonic Parallel. I think the Sonic Parallel relative to like the Stadium Club Chrome just doesn't look the same. It's not as good. So, but that's just me.
Chris C has a really good one. He says, why couldn't they have done Chrome Update that way? And man, we could go back and we're just going to beat this thing with a baseball bat. I mean, Topps Chrome Update could have been the greatest product of all time. I still think one of the best products of all time is 2018 Topps Chrome Update because you still have some amazing players who are going with Ohtani, Acuna Jr., Soto, and you name them, right? And if they would have stuck to 100 cards, and put in the pull rates like they did in 18, those boxes would be $500 a piece, the mega boxes right now. I mean, that could have been so awesome.
Oh yeah, definitely with rookie debuts in there. I mean, it didn't have to be 100 cards. It could have been 150 cards.
Man, somebody go get somebody go get on the checklist for 2018 Topps Chrome Update and pull up the autos and put them in there. And it's a short checklist, and a bunch of those autographs that are still in there are still relevant.
Mhm.
And then go look at 2022 Topps Chrome Update, the checklist of all the trash bag pitcher autos that are in there of like nobodies. I mean, they put the nobodies in there. That's what, and not to mention they're hard pulls too. It's not like you're getting a autograph for every box even. I don't know. It's that one frustrates me, but
Yeah, definitely.
could have been.
Oh yeah, what could have been, right? It's we'll just have to see them make it better this year. Hopefully they fix the QC. Stadium Club Chrome, if that's any indication, the QC is getting better.
Yeah.
What David Liner said on all the podcasts and all the different outlets that he was talking to, he said, guys, we're fixing it. We take it seriously. We're very disappointed. Good. I hope, the market will keep the pressure on. If they want to keep making bad products that have high print runs and can't give people good quality cards, you're not going to 10x anything. I'm not telling anybody something they don't already know. This should be very obvious. If you're in business, you have to do that well, especially if you're making hard pull rates. You got to nail quality. So, I mean, imagine working in a job, go to the grocery store, and every time you bought a box of, Reese's Puffs, they couldn't get the weight right on the box. They didn't give you the right amount of cereal. You'd stop buying it. I mean, even if it was good, that's like the crack of cereal. Like that's one of the best cereals ever. That and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Yeah, if they started jacking around with the size of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch and they couldn't get it right, eventually even I would say, as good as this is, I don't want it anymore because you can't get it right.
Yeah.
So the casual observer is not going to pick up and buy a ton of the product when you treat it like, as simple as a box of cereal. Get the weight right on the box, get the cards centered, get the quality right, get the print lines off the cards. And you want to charge people $35 for a Blaster, a Bowman, get the product right.
Yep. Here's my prediction going to this summer. I believe, well, they've openly talked about that they're going to work on quality control. Brad Ross from Underground Case Break said out in Vegas, they openly talked they said they're working on it. It's going to take some time, but I believe when 2022 Topps Chrome comes out, that product, I think they're going to make up for it in a big way. I have fingers crossed. I just have this suspicion that they're going to do something to make up for this Chrome debacle that they had. And
well,
2022 Topps Chrome right by the National is a fire product. So get your pocketbooks ready, save some money, and
be
clip
prepared.
this.
Well, I would say this. Pay attention to the online exclusives of that as well. Whether it be Logo Fractor or some other variant, the ones that are online exclusives that come out and if you want to be a little bit skeptical about them, by and large, what we learned with Logo Fractor and Gilded and Ben Baller this year, solid checklist with good quality and a good pull rate equals a good product. And so don't overlook those. Do pay attention to those.
Yep. Hey, man, let's transition to the MLB.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk NBA playoffs.
I am, dude. I have watched more baseball already than I did. I'm not joking. The whole year.
I went to one game already this year. I went to Fenway Park. They played the Pirates 2 Tuesdays ago. We sat along the right field line. The pace of the game was great.
Dude, it's amazing.
It was
As
amazing.
a former,
the game was over in like 2 hours and 20 minutes. I thought, this is crazy. I'm like, it's only 9:00 and we're in like the bottom of the 7th inning. It's like, this is great.
As a former catcher, waiting on pitchers to throw the damn ball, as a former high school baseball coach, to just games taking forever and just being bored out of your mind sometimes. The pace of play is amazing. it's going so fast. The games are 30 minutes quicker, and they're selling beer into the 8th inning now instead of the 7th inning. And it's good for baseball. I believe it's good for baseball. There's some people who want to go to games and get hammered and be there longer. That's not why I go to baseball games. I enjoy watching the fantastic play, and the pace of play has been amazing. That's just the first part of it. There's a lot to this too.
Oh
The
yeah,
stolen
the
the
stolen
stolen
base.
bases are up.
Yeah.
There's ground balls actually getting hit through the holes now instead of a guy being standing right there. The batting averages are up 15 points. I believe the ball is juiced. The home runs are going like crazy. This has been a fun start to the year, and I could just keep rambling. The Rays starting 13-0. That's crazy. I mean, Wander Franco, and there's a lot of really good young players who are crushing it. I mean, there's a lot, and my Cubbies are competitive. It's crazy. I'm just rambling, but this start to the year has been fun to watch. I have the MLB network on every day,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been fun.
Brett's like me. Brett is the equivalent of me with baseball when I'm watching the NBA. Now, Casey asked, "Well, what's the NBA?" We'll cover baseball. Then Brett will reserve me a little bit of time to talk about the NBA because he knows how much I like the NBA. Now, I know many people were turned off. Trust me, I was frustrated by some of the stuff that happened in 2020. But hey, guys, there's some special players in the league right now. I'm just gonna leave it at that. They're special players. They're fun to watch. Um, anyway, MLB. Going back to what you're saying, I think that the one thing that when I was taking the game in person, I don't know if you catch this on TV. Can you guys see on TV the pitch clock? Can you see it? Okay.
Yeah, they have it on. They have it on.
Okay, because it to me it was like being at an NFL game. They've got the pitch clock, at least at Fenway Park. They had it in 3 different places, and the clock is so dang big. It's like bold freaking numbers, like in the outfield above the green monster. And it's like you could see that from 10 miles away. It is so big. It's like, and I think, it's funny though that they reset that clock different times depending on if it was a foul ball, depending on if it was out of play, bat boy came, stuff like that. I only saw 2 guys called out in that entire game on technicalities with regards to the batter's box and or the pit or the clock, which was good to see that they'd actually follow through with that. But overall, I thought that the bases, like you said, the 2 inches extra doesn't really come into play, like because you always take a lead off anyway. But guys going back to first, with the number of pickoff attempts that's limited, I thought was pretty good, and it's easier to make the slide in now because it's 2 inches bigger. Although maybe not, because you probably take about a proportional lead anyway. But going to second or third base, it's going to be easier to steal because you have an extra 2 inches of space, basically, or an inch of space that you don't have to cover. So anything that was really close before, I mean, it's a game of inches anyway. There's going to be a lot more safes on that, definitely. And overall, I think the way the players adapted to it. The game that I went to, players didn't seem to mind the fact that they had a pitch clock in between innings. Basically, you had 1 minute and 30 seconds in between innings, and it was like a countdown. And I just thought that was good. Overall, it was really good. I thought it was a real big positive. Great, much better fan experience.
Yeah, I've loved it. Again, the pace of play is amazing. There's lots of stats. If you, it makes me want to get back into fantasy baseball again. Now that stolen bases are relevant again, it brings in that aspect of it. Um, it actually seems like maybe I'm wrong here, but it seems like some players have adjusted a little bit and are actually trying to put the ball in play other than swinging out of their shoes. Because baseball had become a strikeout or home run game. You either want to walk, strike out, or hit over the fence
Mm-hmm.
because this new wave of advanced stats are basically saying if you put the ball in play with weak contact, it's an out anyway. And some of the, some of those balls are going through now. Um, it's been really fun. I know I've had a blast. Um, but and then the storylines of all the prospects, because there's a lot of really good players. Wander Mania is in full effect. Um, I mean, we're seeing all these dudes that we've been opening their cards on the last 2 years. Even like I even pulled out a Mountcastle card. I'm like, I'm gonna get this
Oh
Graves.
man, yeah.
You
He's had
know,
one hell of a start to the season. You know that's another great thing that we I don't know that we'll cover it fully tonight. Go back to that 2021 rookie class, the one that everybody said sucked. There's some good players in there. There are
there are good
really
players.
good role players in there. Maybe not superstars, but they're good players and they're gonna be good, solid players. You go Mountcastle, Jimenez. I know a lot of people don't like pitchers, but Alec Manoah is a good pitcher. Kelnick is hitting now.
Yeah, keep Brian Hayes.
Alejandro Kirk, the catcher for the Blue Jays, pretty solid. If Hayes could ever
Jazz
hit, he's
Chisholm.
a solid defender. Jazz Chisholm's another one. Probably gonna need Peds if he's still in here to help us out with regards to the players. But there's so many guys that are right there that are eventually your time comes.
I don't have the 2021 close, but this is what I do, guys. I get these and I top load the good cards that I think are good, and I just let them sit here. And then when it's time to pull them out, I went through my whole collection, and it's just like I just pull them out, and there's all these cards sitting here. You'll just look for the players. I don't know how many top loaders I have in this room. Probably 2 cases of top loaders, um, of
If
just top loaded rookies prospects.
if people pick it up anymore, or if players do in 2021, rather than focusing on all current and going forward products, we might want to circle back to some of those other products. They're dirt cheap right now. You go back to Series 2, you can get a jumbo of Series 2 from last year or 2 years ago for like $80. You can get a jumbo
Dude,
update for like $75. Like they're dirt cheap. Now I know the
20
checklist wasn't super great, but guys, these guys are coming around. Eventually, one of these guys is going to be a really good all-star. You just don't know who it's going to be yet. We already rattled off about a half a dozen names, and yeah.
I have a case of 2021 update sealed over here. And I had sold, not this Saturday, Saturday before, I sold pretty much everything again. My bulk buyer came to my house, and anything that I wanted to sell, I sold. He bought it all. And I'm kind of wanting to get some more stuff open, so I have stuff um, for the show to sell and to see if I can hit some. I like pulling big hits. So I have this update case that's been sitting here, and I
You,
went on there to look to see what these cases are going for. And you just said it. If you guys are looking for value rips instead of opening some new stuff that's coming out that's going to cost you twice as much, somebody get it. If you get a chance, go on. What is a case of 2021 Topps update going for right now? It's cheap. It's real cheap.
talking jumbos or
Just
the
just hot either one.
it's cheap. Yeah, it's cheap. I mean, they're like $50 a box.
I mean, I mean, there's Andre Semenis, I believe, is in, or
He was in
he's
Series
yeah,
1. He was in update with the Indians
he's
jersey.
he's an
He,
update. Kelnick is hitting bombs. He's in there. I mean, there's some.
you
It
can get
is cheap, guys.
you can get a 12 hobby box case of update right now and blowout for $575.
Dude. Guys, instead of going and spending $400, $500 on a jumbo of Bowman, go buy a case of 2021. There's still some awesome short prints, super short prints, ultra short prints. There's some cool stuff, man.
Hey, we could do
I
the
am gonna open that case.
we'll make a video and then it'll move the market 25%.
we really, we really. I mean, I really should just instead of buying Bowman,
I
go
might
buy
just
another
do that.
case of that.
I might
mean,
just go
dude,
buy a case of that. I want to be the first. I'm gonna go take a walk down memory lane, try and pull a really good Kelnick card, like a Mother's Day or something.
this would make a good video, John. I actually think this would make it would take a ton of work. You go through, you open the whole case, you edit the video, you highlight some of the good pulls, You go to eBay and you see if you can get your 500 and some bucks back within a month of selling. I really think you could do it.
With
Because
cheaper
you're gonna get the
grading,
relic cards.
I guarantee you're going to get some pretty good vet stuff out of there, probably.
Short prints.
Yeah, short prints. You probably get a lot of
Short
short
prints
prints.
are in there. I mean, it's crazy.
575. I bet you can find it cheaper than that, Nick. Yeah, it's. I mean, think about it. You bought that case of blasters for 900 or 1,000, right? You could buy
Yes.
2 cases of Update Hobby for that same price. That's crazy.
Yeah. What am I doing? We should be
You're
like
answering
21
your own
update.
question.
What are we doing? Guys, it's right in front of us. You just gotta, I
You
don't know.
just
You
gotta
get you
snatch
get
it.
you get hung up on the new shiny stuff coming out, and I love the Chrome Stadium Club. But man, um, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of products. But why don't you hit on some NBA? I know my Bulls. I didn't even know there's a playing game, dude. Like I didn't
They didn't
know there
make
was a
it, did
playing
they?
game.
Yeah, the Heat beat them.
No,
It's fine. I think they were destined to get beat by the Bucks anyway. I didn't know what
they're
happened
bad.
today. What
They're
happened
bad.
today? I think the Bucks played at 5:30. I've been kind of busy. Oh shoot, the Bucks actually got beat by the Heat today.
Wow.
Yeah. Overall, I just wanted to touch on the Kings Warriors. That was my favorite series from the first round. They played late last night. Steph Curry against De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox is just different, man. I tell you, he's a special player. He is going to shine when the lights are brightest, and he's finally getting his chance. I was so happy to see it. He scored the second highest point total in NBA history in a playoff debut game, 38 points last night. It's hard to believe that's the second highest in history, but it is. And they came from behind, came down. They were down 10 late in the third quarter. They came from behind to beat the Warriors, beat the defending champs. I know they're only up 1-0, but still, that was pretty cool to see in front of a home crowd that was absolutely rocking in Golden One Center. And I've just followed the Kings all year. I've been a De'Aaron Fox fan for many years now, and hopefully they can go deep this year in the playoffs. I'd love to see it. That's really the only team in the NBA I pay attention to, Kings.
Man, Bishop says Giannis hurt his back bad in that game. That's
Ooh,
not good for the Bucks. He's just
no, that won't be
freak.
good. Yeah, that would definitely, change the dynamic in the East, no doubt.
Man, there are some amazing players.
Like 11 minutes. Wow.
How'd John Morant do? I really like John Morant's talent. I was disappointed with that whole pew pew incident that he had. I don't even want to say the word because YouTube kind of discourages the pew pew stuff.
Yeah, no, the Lakers beat the Grizzlies in game 1. John Morant hit 18 points in 30 minutes.
Wow, the Lakers.
Yeah.
LeBron still chugging along, huh?
Yeah, the Lakers are getting hot at the right time. They got healthy at the right time. I mean, they're going to give any team a fight. Or can they beat can they beat a good team in a 7-game series? Maybe, maybe not. They're only one injury
What
away.
the heck? When did Hachimura go to the Lakers? Like that's how far I'm out of this thing. That's crazy. He scored 29 on the bench. Unreal. Any other goods, John?
No, not really.
Well, you want a box battle, baby? I've been waiting on this box, man. Topps update box.
This is my last blaster.
This is like that Hail Mary. I got that PSA. I did a PSA order video about 4 o'clock today. I did not submit the paperwork quite yet, and I haven't. I was gonna see if I pull a card out of this box. So is this the lucky one? I actually have 2 left, but I thought you had 2 left, so I saved 2. Who's gonna win in the chat? Put it in the chat. I've lost track of the I lost my sticky note that had our record on there.
Probably Brett.
I just couldn't remember what it was, but we've had a lot of fun doing this. Thanks for tuning in tonight, everybody. I'm going Relic. Man, I have an open update and going through withdrawals of update. Tyler Hero broke his hand. Lots of injuries today. Jeez. Injuries out the wazoo. All right, here we go. Urias, Trevor Story Relic. Not a good start. I'm dropping inserts. Glad that wasn't a short print.
Whew.
What gold you gonna pull tonight?
What vet gold am I going to pull? That's a great question.
Yeah.
I got a camo.
Oh, no way.
Oh, shit.
A camo? Dude,
I got a camo.
J-Rod camo. J-Rod camo. J-Rod
come on,
camo.
one time.
I want to see it. I want to see it pull a J-Rod camo.
Should
baby.
I save it?
Yeah, I'd save it.
All right, I'll save it to the end. I got a camo in this box.
Dude, I think, I mean, I don't care who it is. That camo beats pretty much any card unless you pull like a good rookie color. Dude, camos are tough pulls out of this product, man. KC card connection in there. Yeah, readjust your bets. Lucky Peters, Peds, Bowman Brett. Lots of hit those channels, guys. Happy Sunday night. My Cubbies on ball. I got a backwards card.
What gold are you going to pull? And I saw the corner of the card and it was gold. And I was like, wait, that's the camo pattern. I was like, ooh, that's a camo. Please be somebody good. Be like a Wit camo. That'd be freaking amazing to end the Blasters battle on that because it's my last one.
This guy's playing some pretty good ball.
I got a gold in this box too.
Bryson Stott short print. He's playing some pretty good ball.
Jock Pedersen gold. I got
that
2
was not bad.
and then I got that camo.
I don't know how much a Bryson Stott short print's going for these days, ungraded.
I want it to be so good. I want a good camo.
Somebody look up on eBay the last 3 or 4 Bryson Stott short prints sold to see what John is shooting for.
Bryson Stott? Wait, that's what you got, a Bryson Stott short print?
Short print of Bryson Stott. You were in the zone.
Did you really?
It's pretty dude, he's playing good, but I don't know if it's moved his price as much. Bobby Witt black gold. I sold all my Bobby Witt cards and Julio cards to my bulk buyer. $1,500 box of J-Rods, $750 box of Bobbies.
Asaya Suzuki relic.
Not shabby.
All right, let's get to the camo. Are you in on your last pack?
No, I got a couple more packs. What's up, Trackers? Checking it out. I'm going pretty slow tonight.
Guys, you see that, right? That's a camo.
Camoed up.
I'm not lying. It's backwards, too, so that could be a good sign.
Let me get through these. Lucky Peter says 10 to 15 for that Stott. He's playing pretty good though. That's another thing I've been doing. Every day I've been getting on there and looking at the stats. I got a blue and a gold.
It's a twin.
Royce Lewis?
Maybe.
Or let's see it, baby.
It's Gio Urshela.
Hey, but it's a camo. I'd say that beats my box. Just out of the poll. There's a damn it, Bobby Base. John's like, damn it. Camo, baby. Camo out of a blaster.
12 out of 25.
Yeah, Miranda. That could have been a Miranda, too. Unreal. Unreal. I'm not unhappy with my box overall. Bobby base, Bobby black gold, Bryson SP. John gets a gold and a camo. You got a gold too?
I got a
Speedos card
gold
too.
in this box and a camo. The gold was Jock Peterson.
Jock Peterson, baby.
Jock Peterson.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, I still think you won. I'd rather have the camo than that. Well, I don't know. The stock has some long term potential, especially if he balls. But man, another week. I got one more blaster to open. I might as well open on camera because I'm not going to do it as a single video. You mind sticking around for a few more minutes while I just bust through this one?
No, yeah, that's good.
Add some any other info. Just a bonus. Just a bonus. There's Mello in the house. Steve said John won. Stubbs camo. Garrett Stubbs. I want Garrett Stubbs' autograph. Stubbs. This is my last blaster box of update. I've been holding it for this occasion. I have some hobby boxes. I don't know if I want to open those though. I don't know. Rizzo relic. John was ready for a camo of J-Rod. Bobby Witt stars in MLB. Otani just insert. So you had a good time at that game. You visited your 50 states. You chalked it off in the book. What was the last state you went to chalk it off?
Vermont.
Vermont. Did you do anything special in Vermont? What's going on there this time of year?
We went to the Ben and Jerry's factory tour, and we went to Burlington. My son wanted to go running, so we took him on the Lake Champlain. He was running a coastal route, and then we stayed in a dry cabin in the woods that had no heat, so you had to like heat you had a wood burning stove, and it was really cold there. It was like in the 30s, and like at night it was down into the 20s. So the cabin was pretty well insulated, but you had to basically create your own heat. What'd you get?
Vintage stock Stroman.
Vintage stock Stroman.
Just he's pitching pretty good, but so create your own heat. That's not too bad. Little sounds like a good time. Ben and Jerry sounds like a great time. Sounds amazing. Did you see I pulled a now I opened up 60 packs. I think it was 60 packs from those collector's box, that Otani HFA out of a collector's box. 60 packs to get an Otani. There's a
The
Torkelson
HFA.
base.
It's about
Yeah.
they were supposed to be about one every 100 packs usually.
Got a couple packs. So we pulled a vintage stock, so there's probably not. I mean, there's sometimes two hits, but these blasters seem to have one blue. These blasters seem to have one hit per box. Not every box, but blue CJ Abrams retail blue. Although I don't know if CJ Abrams is even doing anything. It's not bad though.
Playing, but he hasn't done much. He
The
hasn't really done, but he's playing.
The US 44 Julio Rodriguez blue parallel PSA 10 sold for like $330 today. I was watching it to see where it went for because I sold one of those in my bulk deal last weekend and we had a hard time putting a price on it.
Yeah.
So I got a pretty fair price on it compared to that auction. Got more than that auction, so I was pretty happy with that.
You read a tough
Last
market.
pack mojo. There's a chrome in this. Sometimes the chromes have something in them. How about a short print again?
Somebody said CJ Abrams has no value anymore.
Oh man.
He's 22. He's 22, guys. Come on. Give him time. It's not like he's 26. He's 22.
So vintage stock Stroman and a blue CJ. So nope, didn't go out in style. Don't think I'm going to be great in any of those cards. I guess that stot I could, but I'm not going to right now. But that's all she wrote, baby. That's all she wrote. Another fun night. Another fun night. John is the man. He's back.
Back. Sorry about canceling, guys. Didn't mean to do that last night. It wasn't because I was slacking. I had to deal with a leaky basement that was very problematic, and it needed addressing right away. So better late than never.
Yeah. Bowman Brett said, glad I was scooping up Wanders while everybody's chasing J-Rods. Tell you what, that was an amazing play because Wander stuff was cheap. It got down there pretty low. Sell them. Bowman Brett, you might as well sell them, make your money, and then buy them back again later on. It's the market, baby. But another fun night. Thanks for coming in, everybody. I don't have anything else. You got anything else?
No, I'm good.
Glad to be back. And we'll get ready for Bowman coming up. The Bowman.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit up the RB Sports channel. We'll be back in another week. Until next time. Peace.
All right. Take care, everybody. Night.